On the Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC. Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From city view lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity. It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio.
Hello, I'm live. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to On the Dot right here on PHLV Radio in Las Vegas, broadcasting from the studio. My name is Llariza-Tome. You can call me Dot. That's short. Dot. And with me is
Mia, and I am alive.
Oh, she is alive. What does that mean, Mia, when you're alive?
We're live and I'm alive.
All right.
And we're alive.
Live and alive.
Welcome to On the Dot, the fourth episode of...
What episode is this? This is the...
It's the fourth, right? The fourth.
It's the fourth because we have 5 Wednesdays this September.
Yes.
And our theme is every trick in the book.
And today we have a certified bookworm. Are you a certified bookworm?
Where do you get the certification? I'd like to get that certification. You know,
I think you are a certified bookworm.
Where do I enroll to get that certification? I'm
What
gonna ask
is
her.
a bookworm?
What is a bookworm? It's a worm that goes through the first page of the book all the way to the last page of the book.
In one sitting.
And that is the wrong answer. Yay! What's a bookworm?
A
Mia?
bookworm is someone who loves to read and who would rather read than party.
Really? You can't do both?
I think you can. You can still be a certified book. Someone's nodding.
Well, we'll ask her. We'll ask her.
Yes. I think she does both.
All right. Yes.
Yeah. So we have a live guest with us, a live guest and a friend. What is a bookworm? It is someone who loves to read. You're a true bookworm if you'd rather spend a Friday night on a couch with a book than out on a party. Sharing a quote from John Bright. What is a great love of books? It is something like a personal introduction to the great and good men of all pastimes. Books, it is a true, are silent as you see them on their shelves, but silent as they are. When I enter a library, I feel as if as if I see the dead were present. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if I put the questions to these books, they all answer me with all the faithfulness and fullness which has been left in them by the great men who have left the books with us.
Oh, wow. So profound. Where'd you get that, Mia? Where'd you
From-
get that?
From, what's his name? Hang on, John Bright.
Okay.
A quote from John Bright. So our guest is married to Kevin Hansen. She is a mother of 2 teenagers, Bronwyn and Nadia, has 2 dogs. She went to St. Mary's Dominican Catholic High School in New Orleans. I love how she pronounces it. She pronounces this. And went 2 years to the University of New Orleans. She's a good friend of mine. After Hurricane Katrina, she moved to Vegas to enjoy all it has to offer, including the beautiful mountains. And she has always loved reading and scrapbooking. A good friend of mine, as I mentioned, and our kids have grown up together since story time and short time days at the library. Miss Amanda Hansen.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome, Amanda.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show and to the studio. So, how are you
Our
today?
certified bookworm.
I'm doing good, and yes, I enjoy reading.
Uh-huh.
I love reading all types of books.
Okay. So, what makes you say you're a certified bookworm?
I probably read 7 books a week, maybe.
Oh my
One a
God.
day.
You're truly certified.
Yes.
And what sort of books do you read?
I actually read all genres.
Oh,
Fantasy,
Uh-huh.
some romance, but mainly mysteries.
Mysteries, fiction, non-fiction, all kinds.
All actually,
kinds.
yes.
So you would rather read than watch the
I don't watch
books?
TV much.
Okay. Do you watch?
I do like to party.
There you go. That's how you are friends with Mia. Tell us about this, Mia and Amanda. This story time. You talked about story time last week.
Yes,
When
yes.
our friend Rodora Espinosa was our guest, and you're talking about story time now. What is it?
Well, we went to the library, and when my 2 younger kids were babies, we used to go to story time
Yes.
in the library. And
Story time is an activity in the library. What is it?
It's a once a week story time
Yes.
that the library hosts. It's free,
Okay.
and the organizers would do story time. Like, when is it, Tuesday mornings?
I think so, Tuesday
That-
morning.
Yeah,
yes.
that they do for preschoolers.
Okay. Did you tell stories as well during story time?
It was mostly the lady,
The librarian,
the
yeah.
librarian.
The librarians. But I would assume you told stories to your children.
Oh,
a
yes,
lot.
definitely. Yes,
night.
definitely. Definitely read to them a lot.
Okay, so you have 2 kids who are
Yes.
now grown up
Yes.
and are no longer little kids.
Right.
But you have 2 fur babies, and I
Yes.
find their names kind of. What are their names?
Laguna and Ranger.
Okay. Did you get their names from somewhere in?
Ranger is from a book by Janet Ivanovich.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't know that. And Laguna is a town in our
Yes.
country.
Oh,
Yes,
wow, yeah,
Laguna.
nice.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
think
it?
she spells it Laguuna. It's like
G-U-U.
lagoon, yeah.
All right. Okay, okay. And your children, their names are, what are their names again?
Bronwyn and Nadia.
Okay. Is that, are they their names from books as well?
No, just ones that I thought were strong for women.
I know, they sound so Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bronwyn actually has been in a
Yes.
couple books
Okay. All right.
as a princess usually.
There you go.
It was
Okay.
hard for me to spell it at first.
Mm-hmm.
The way I remember spelling it is Y, brown wine,
Okay.
WHY.
Mm.
Well, I added an H in it because
Yeah.
of our last name.
Okay.
So it's not even spelled traditionally.
Yeah,
Well.
wine.
We have the liberty to do that. And then our children say, "Why, mommy? Why?" Like, I have a friend who's my classmate in elementary days. Her siblings were named as numbers. 6'1", 6'2", 6'3",
wow.
something like
Really?
that. Yes. So yeah, you know.
Wow.
It's
How do you spell those? SIX.
SIX, and then, but Sixto is SIXTO.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's a diverse planet. So, okay.
That's
So, your favorite books through days. Like, if you were to close your eyes, like I would say,
Yes.
Amanda, name your top 3 favorite books. What are they? Ding,
Oh, let's see.
ding, ding. Top 3. Yeah.
I like multiple books from authors. Usually, like, they have series.
Mhm.
So, like, I have, like, Kim Harrison. She's the author of, like, Witches and Wizards, and so she has multiple books.
Uh-huh. And so all these books are from Kim Morrison.
Kim Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah.
All right. So then, anything else? When you were growing up,
When I was growing up, I read Anne Rice
Vampire.
and Stephen King.
Oh, Stephen King.
And Anne Rice is from New Orleans.
Did
yes.
did you read those books
No,
from Stephen King?
I like, as I said, I don't like fiction. I like travel guide
books.
and
Even when you were younger, Mia, did you like?
I
Never
didn't like
really.
when everybody was into Nancy Drew.
Uh-huh.
I was just like asking them to tell me the story.
I was into
Yeah.
Nancy Drew and
Yeah.
Hardy Boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Did
So
you grow
I-
up on those?
When I was younger, V.C. Andrews, My Sweet Audrina, and the Flowers in the Attic series.
You know, we have this is really cultural because in the Philippines, not all of us have access to Western books. So, to be able to read, although we grew up on not you, Mia, maybe me, and other people of my age, you know, like the Dick and Jane series.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
love
Yes.
those books.
Okay, all
because
right.
they're easy to read.
Yes. So our I went to an elementary school that was like a laboratory school, and they were testing SRA,
Yeah.
like
Oh, yes,
those,
yes.
like yes. So it was fairly new in our country, Amanda, and we were being tested with our phonetics and all
Yes,
that, you know, basic reading skills. So the Dick and Jane series were new to us. The pictures were funny and weird, and what are these?
Dick see, Dick run.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
I
like those,
remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Did you? Was it something like that for you when you were growing up?
We read small books. I don't know if I know Dick and Jane, but I know we read smaller, different books like The Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh yes.
Things like that.
Okay, okay.
Very good.
Eric, is that Eric Erickson?
Eric Carlisle.
Or Eric
Yeah.
Carl? Yes.
Yeah, Carl.
Carlisle.
Carl, Eric Carl.
Carle.
Yes.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yes,
I love
those.
that. Uh-huh.
I even looked for that book when I came to the U.S.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as a collection for my kids.
Okay.
The Dick and Jane book.
And then you started
Yeah.
reading them too, because you would have to read to your kids.
Yeah, those are the posterity books I was talking about
Yes,
last episode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So speaking of books, before we move further into the hour, Mia, we have tickets, right?
Yes, we have
Okay, tell us
Foodie
about
Fest
them.
tickets.
Tell us about that. What do you want
So
to do
it's a
with those
Foodie
tickets?
Fest. No, it's a Foodie Fest tickets that are. It's going on this weekend. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want Foodie Fest tickets, we have trivia.
Trivia question. So
Trivia
we'll ask a
questions.
question, and then
You can call in
the-
or type in your answers later on. We'll
the
think
first
of question.
Okay, the first person to answer a question.
Can
Will
win.
it be on Facebook or on the app, Kuya Yo? Facebook. Okay.
So it's going on this weekend from the 24th to the 26th.
All
Foodie
right.
Fest at
What's the
Galleria
value
Mall.
of the? What's the value
It's
of this?
free for
It's for
those who
free?
are going to call in.
Okay. Call in or type. Okay.
Call in or type
Let's
for
have
Facebook.
Amanda ask a question pertaining to books that maybe our listeners can answer. Let's say just one
How
question.
about what is one of Anne Rice characters in her book?
There you go.
Okay. What is one of Anne Rice's characters? You mean the name of the
Yes,
character?
a name of one of the characters.
Name of a character. Okay, watch out for the answers, Kuya Yo, please. We have one foodie ticket to give away to the first person who can answer that on Facebook Live. You want to repeat the question? Please?
What is one character from one of Anne Rice books?
There you go. Any character. All right, so let's wait for that. Yay.
Right.
Thank you, Amanda. And do you think, Amanda, with the rise of technology and Netflix and all these apps at your fingertips, do you think reading is still how would you describe, how do you predict reading skills?
I would
Would be
say
like-
that people who love to read will still read because they like to imagine everything themselves before, especially before watching something. So if they can read about it first, they usually try to do that. Even though technology is so much more, but now we have Kindles, so now we don't even we can have it at our fingertips. The book also, just like Netflix.
Do you do Kindles? Do you
Yes.
read from Kindles? Okay. Do you prefer Kindle or paperback?
I always preferred paperback until I started carrying books in my purse,
Yes.
which I always did anyway. But once I realized how much lighter and more I could fit in my purse using my phone or a smaller object,
Yes.
lighter object, that's when I started using it. But I still like books, the traditional book, but yes, I definitely like having the Kindle.
Yeah, it's cheaper, right? It's only
Yes.
like $1.99 or
Oh,
$2.99.
yeah, for a copy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so how about your children? How did you rear them into loving books? Towards
I definitely always read to them. We always did many things at the library, and they still use the library today for computers, for renting books, movies, games.
okay, yeah.
So I think if you surround them and you grow them to always going to the library, I feel like they will always know that it's there and do the same for their children.
Yes.
The
So
exposure.
you felt the same way, Mia?
Yes.
Uh,
It's the exposure of the library that you pass on.
Yes. Well, I noticed that we were in a discussion about this with my co-teachers before, and one of them said, or one of the parents in our school said, I have a lot of books at home, but still my children don't want to read, or her little boy still did not want to read. So the question was, okay, so let's say her name is Mrs. De La Cruz. So Mrs. De La Cruz, what do you do with your books at home? She said they're on the shelves, they're on display. So maybe that's why your children don't want to read, because they're on display. They don't see you
Reading.
actually reading. So I guess that has a lot to do with the parents too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when children actually see you reading and laughing at your
Yes.
at your reading
Or crying.
or crying, do your children see you crying?
Oh, definitely.
And then
Books are very emotional.
and then they ask you,
Yes.
how do you react to books, Mia? Travel books. Oh wow!
Yes.
When I react to travel books, I say I'd like to go there.
Ah,
So and they
okay.
see me go there.
Uh-huh,
So yeah,
All right.
they actually, it's like a vision. So
Especially
Yeah.
picture books, right?
Yes.
Right. Like, what did Alice say? Alice in Wonderland. What good are books? if there are no pictures, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, how many books do you have? Did you have a count of your books?
I don't have a count. I have about 4 bookshelves.
Like tall bookshelves.
Yes, I have 4 tall bookshelves, and I had to get rid of a lot of books at one time because we had family move into our house.
Okay.
So I used to have even more.
Oh my goodness.
that's the hardest. That's the hardest to move too. It's so
Yes.
heavy.
Heaviest, yes. I remember bringing books, sending books to the Philippines, Mia.
Oh, I
And
forgot that,
one big
yeah.
box of books. See, they don't have weight requirements. And so the guy said, he came to pick up the books. He said, "What's in this box?" I said, "Books."
Cement.
Books. Very, very heavy. He said, "Next time I will have to ask you guys to carry these books up to my truck because they're so heavy." But,
Yes.
So when you donate, do you involve your children to select the books to donate, or do you do them?
Oh yes, they definitely donate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the different books from their childhood or to the library we donate.
Yeah, we're open. I'm open to
Yes.
your donations.
Okay.
Yes,
What was
I
that,
gonna-
Mia? What was that
I
last
remember
week?
Amanda and Asia, my eldest, would talk about Twilight, and so they would talk about the story and the series, and they would do it so enthusiastically. So remember
you.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, they would talk
Definitely.
about Twilight. You know the Twilight.
Yeah.
the,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
With Stephanie Meyer.
Yes.
I never read a lot of vampire books.
Yeah.
Maybe I just read a few pages, but I said, no.
She was a teenager then, so and it was a yeah. So they would talk about remember that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that time. Now she's.
I know she has her own world now.
Yes.
She's a grown up.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if we were talking about, let's say, if I called out some genres, would you be able to, like, just in like a flick of a finger, of your fingers, would you be able to call off names of books that you can regarding the genre? Let's say fantasy. What comes to your mind when it's fantasy?
I would say Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
The classic, right?
Yes.
Did you watch that?
Yes,
Did you read?
I actually.
No, you did not.
No, I watched it.
The language is so beautiful, no?
Yes.
So lofty, so
Yes.
ooh, juicy.
I actually like reading Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, okay, for classics. Wow, Mia.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Shakespeare.
That's nice. So you're going to the Shakespeare, the Renaissance Festival
Oh no, that's too far.
in October here.
Oh, here.
Yeah, at
I thought
Sunset
that was
Park.
in Utah.
There's the Utah
Yeah.
Shakespeare Festival. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've been to the Las Vegas one. My daughter and I danced for it.
Oh,
you dance? You
wow.
dance?
Yes.
Yeah, belly dancing.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness!
But my daughter's gonna be dancing at Renaissance Festival.
They always do that. Yeah.
Do you remember the dates? What are the dates?
I think
October
it's
something.
October 15th through 17th.
Ah, okay. All right. So we might not be here. Who knows? All right. Fantasy. How about romance?
I would say
Meals and Boons, right?
Yeah.
romance. I would say like Causing Havoc by Lori Foster.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know that.
That's one
Yeah.
of her series with UFC fighter romance.
Ooh.
Are these romance books, are they like filled with the drama of he loves me not, or
Yes, somewhat.
some-
yes.
somewhat, no? Yeah. I remember growing up on them.
Yeah.
But I was taught never to read those because you become so idealistic when you read
Really?
those.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't read those.
Your mom told you that?
I don't know who did, but yeah, I never got into.
The ones that I read mostly have like issues though in them.
There's
Like they
all-
have problems they're
See?
overcoming
Yes. All right.
in the romance.
See?
In the romances.
That's why.
Yes.
Don't read
They have
those.
inner struggles and
yeah.
Okay, so fantasy, romance, science fiction.
Okay, so I do. Okay, so Nora Roberts, she has series under J.D. Robb, and that's in like the 2020, 2040, like way out in the future. And it's about a police officer in the future.
So how long does it take you to finish one book? Like, let's say, a regular paperback.
I can usually do it in a day.
In a day?
Yes.
Do you cook? Like,
No.
do you?
Kevin cooks.
Oh.
Yes, and my daughter Nadia cooks.
So where do you do that? In the bedroom? Do you have a
Yes,
reading nook?
on the couch,
On the couch?
in my car.
Oh wow. Is that on
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Okay. Then do you like you don't like, let's say, let me have a glass of wine here and to switch on my reading lamp and put up my feet and enjoy this book. Do you do that?
Yes, but usually not with wine. I'm not a huge wine fan.
Okay, so
Maybe a margarita
margarita.
or a pina colada.
That's a happy reading. Very happy kind of reading. Oh, that's fun. What about you, Mia?
About
Yeah,
reading?
like when it's time for you to read your travel books.
Oh,
you-
I can do it anywhere.
Do you actually like really finish it, or is it like, are there like magazines or
Well, it's where do I read my travel books? It's usually in hotels.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
when
because you
I'm doing-
travel a
yeah.
lot, right. So then Okay, we have romance, science fiction, fantasy. What else? What are the other genres? Let's see.
Horror,
Horror. Oh yeah. Okay.
like
talk
Stephen
about-
King,
Yeah.
God, I was such a Stephen King
like The
fan.
Shining.
The Shining.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. The Stand. The Stand was the longest Stephen King book that I read.
I read Stephen King's It. I want to say that was way over
It?
1,000 pages.
Like
Oh,
It?
wow.
Did you say It?
Yes, I think it was over 1,000 pages, but I read it a very long time ago.
Uh-huh.
It's the one with the clown.
Did you watch the movie though?
The
Yes.
Shining. I think
It
my,
and The Shining.
my kids
yes.
watched it.
Yeah.
I did not.
The It. I watched The Shining.
I did not
Red
read
Rum.
The Shining.
Yes.
Red Rum. Yeah.
Oh, Red Rum. Yes. Do we have anyone answering our question, Kuya Yo, on Facebook? Oh, there you go. That's Claudia,
Yes,
interview
that's
with a
one.
vampire. Angel Gabriel, Facebook.
Not from Vegas.
Not
We'll
from Vegas.
waive
We'll
claiming
waive
prize.
claim. Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
listening.
Claudia.
Was it Claudia?
Claudia.
Yes.
Claudia is
The name
the
of
name of
the book.
One of them.
your
yes.
mother-in-law too.
Yes, it is. It's the name of my mother-in-law.
The name of the person is Angel.
Angel Gabriel.
All right. Thank you
Thank
for that.
you,
Let's have
Claudia.
another trivia.
Yes.
Come on, Amanda.
Who is the author of the book Twilight?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, who is the author of the book Twilight? Okay. Type in your answers, and if you're in Vegas, you can get your tickets from where, Mia? From the studio or from you?
From my office. I will type in the address later on at Compass Realty.
Okay. Because Mia is our sponsor, which reminds me, let's take a break for a word from our sponsor, Mia. Then we will call out the winner again for this ticket. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From city view lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity. On the Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC.
Hey, back at the studio. You're listening to On the Dot, and my name is Dot. And this show is also brought to you by the University of the Philippines Alumni Association in Nevada. And we are inviting all the alumni to join our virtual reunion. It's at upaagrc2021.vfairs.com. That's upaagrc2021.vfairs.com. And the registration is only $30. And if you want to be a sponsor, your sponsorship will go a long way into supporting our scholars back home in the Philippines. So register right away. The date is October 22nd to 24th, 2021. This will be virtual. And PHLV is one of our sponsors. So we'll see you there. We'll see you online. Alrighty. And we're talking about, Mia, what are we talking about?
We are talking about being a certified bookworm.
Aha.
Yes.
And our guest is,
Miss Amanda Hansen.
okay. One of the things Amanda does is scrapbooking. And what is scrapbooking in your context, Amanda?
Well, it is taking your favorite pictures of an event and decorating it with your own style and imagination, and then writing about the event, certain things that happened at it, like a story.
Uh-huh. Like, so So how many scrapbooks do you have for now? Is that even a silly question to ask?
I probably have like 20, but I haven't. I only done. I've stopped for a while, of course, because life gets busy. So I probably have 20, and it's only probably till my kids 6 years old, and now they're 18 and 16. So.
Do they?
But I still try to do it, and I have some like pages made of certain events, so I don't forget things they said or different things that were important to them there. So sometimes I just do individual pages, and I just put them in a container until I can make a book for them, a new book.
Do you spend a lot doing your scrapbooks, like the decors, like stickers and all
Yes.
that? Do you also paint on your scrapbooks?
Yeah, and stamp.
Stamps?
Yes, like letter stamps. You can make, you can like scratch it to make it look older, or scissors to make it different angles.
Oh my goodness, that's an artwork, right? It's a craft.
Yeah.
It's a skill. Do you do that, Mia?
No. I'm not that artsy. Do you ever go digital on it? You can do digital scrapbooking.
I haven't done it personally, but most of my friends have gone to that. It takes a lot less time.
Yeah.
A lot less time, but also less. You are not as tactile in
Yes.
the production of your. It's not so hands-on, right?
It's
Right.
quicker too. Yeah.
It's quicker, and in case of emergency, you can simply, it's on the cloud. You can
Right.
store
Right,
it.
exactly,
Right.
yes.
I was thinking, like, for example, if you have to run, like Hurricane Katrina, you came from that
Right.
place. So
Yes.
how did you
Oh, yes.
did you experience that
Okay,
firsthand?
so our house was still there, but we just were without power for a couple months, so we didn't stay there.
So did you take? What did you bring with you when you ran away? When you had to evacuate?
We brought a few important things, like some photo albums, just a minimal, of course, our animals and our kids.
No, other kids.
Yeah.
Were you okay? So were you a mom back then?
Yes.
You were a mom. So
Yes. Let's see. I think Nadia was 6 months old when we came here.
Okay.
We actually drove here because my parents. We went to Texas and stayed with one sister. Then when we realized power was going to be out for even longer, we came to Vegas where my parents were living,
Yes.
and that's how we ended up here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I read the Zaytun. It's a documentary of the Katrina event. I forgot the name of the author, but he's multi-awarded, and it's really shocking how events transpired behind the scenes. Behind the news events,
Yes.
news reporting before, during, and after the hurricane. So, did you bring your books with you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
did you-
I brought some of them. Of course, I didn't bring all of them, but then eventually we went back and got them because my house was okay.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
You have a question, Mia? Yeah.
How about there was a second surge, right, of the flooding?
Yes, there
Recently?
was.
Yeah.
Yes, there was. Oh, this you mean recently?
Recently.
Yes.
right?
Another
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Oh, that's.
A lot of my
really-
family was without power,
I
but
can't-
now it's back.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like
know.
which books. It's like if books are your best friends in the house, for
Yeah.
example, which ones would you grab with you, or which ones would you leave behind, and how do you feel? There's always that thought that, oh, okay, I can buy another one.
Right.
But then these are books that you have slept with, perhaps. Do you sleep with your books? Do you sleep
Probably
with-
some have ended up in my bed. I don't know.
How did you
But-
choose? How did you choose which ones to bring with you?
Probably some of my first books.
Such as? So what are they?
Like Anne Rice. I used to collect her hardbacks, and I have one with her signature on it. So I would have definitely taken that.
Okay. Wow. Who?
I ordered the Filipino books, the El Filibusterismo.
Okay, the classics.
The classics.
Yes, I think every family should have that. Every
Yeah.
Filipino family should have the El Filibusterismo and No Limitangel.
Yeah, we ordered those
Yes.
and the photo albums.
Those are the ones you would save.
Yes.
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 Some people say the Bible. They would
Oh,
bring
yes,
their
of
Bible with
course.
them, and then I say, well, you get to buy the Bible, but these are heirlooms. These are,
Right.
Yes.
yeah, this is from my mama and my papa.
The Bible you had on your wedding day.
Oh yes, where you also write your names are written down in your grandparents' Bibles, right?
Yeah.
Like born 1962, things like that. Okay, so you saved your Anne Rice.
Yes.
What did you leave behind? Oh,
Well, we left it behind a lot, but for us, we were able to get back it. But like some of our family members, they lost everything because sometimes you just can't take it and you
Yeah,
lose it,
it's
and you
so
just have to
heavy.
rebuild yourself.
right. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes. So, if you were stranded in an island now, maybe next week,
Okay.
I'll go. There's no island here. We're far from, we're far from the world. You're stranded in an island. What would be your top 5, perhaps 5 books, top 3 books?
Oh.
Okay, go. Let's take turns.
Yeah.
And maybe our audience viewers can contribute their own answers.
Yeah.
What would you have with you, Amanda?
I would probably take a James Patterson book, like one of the last ones, like 21st, the 21st it's called.
James Patterson. Yes.
Let's see.
While you're thinking, what about you, Mia?
My top 3 or top 5?
Oh, I don't know, 3 or 5.
I'm very shallow. I'll take a book of riddles,
Book of riddles,
book of jokes,
book of jokes, and
book
riddles.
of quotes.
Cool. Oh, I have this thick book of
Yeah, those
quotations.
three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very thick.
Those that come in 3.
Uh-huh.
That pack.
Right. Okay. What's your?
And I probably would go and just go to a store and just buy like 5 new ones.
New ones. So, how do you? Okay, so from your collection, you're not bringing anything with you to the island.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Okay. How do you select? What are your criteria for selecting new books?
I probably would just look at the back and see what's interesting or what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I like to know about people's lives, and so I would get like a biography or an autobiography of someone. And then I'd probably get like one of those, maybe an uplifting one or someone who has gone through a lot and then got themselves out of the situation. And then I probably would definitely get at least 3 mysteries. I'm not huge on horror films anymore or horror books, so I like happy endings.
Okay, so mysteries are very engaging.
Yes.
Because you guess who done it, the who done
Right.
it books.
How
Okay.
about you?
I would bring the very thick A Course in Miracles because I haven't finished that one. It's really a life-changing book. Just one page a day will I don't know, will undo a lot of what I believe would be true for me. It turns out to be not true anymore. So A Course in Miracles. And I would bring with me a survival book, a survival kit,
yeah.
perhaps how to build a canoe out of chopsticks. I don't know. how to dig for water in the middle of this I don't know.
So how would you how do you say that? How would you, as a life coach, how would you interpret our answers?
Your answers?
Our answers, the 3 of us.
Well, I'm not supposed to interpret because I'm a life coach. I would just say my own impressions of you, Mia, is you would love to laugh.
Yeah.
You will spend your time in the island laughing, or guessing, riddles and book of quiz.
Pastime. Just
Yes.
pass it off.
I'm gonna laugh about my predicament. Hello. and Amanda here, she would be solving mysteries and she'd be engaging her logical mind to okay. Now I wonder what this one looks like. You're like my mom. She loves forensic files.
Yeah.
So there's
Yes.
like real life mystery. Who done
Yes.
it? Right.
Why am I here?
Oh, I will bring the Bible, says Louis, listening on I would bring the Bible.
Yes.
I will also bring the Bible. And what else? What
How
else?
about your answer?
Hmm?
How about your answer?
My answer, they're so serious. I'm such a serious person.
You'll be able to get out.
Or I won't, I won't get out. Well, with the survival book, I will get out. But also, if I don't, I would die peacefully.
Oh my goodness.
A Course in Miracles, darling. Oh, I would probably just elevate like that.
Oh my
Levitate.
God.
Ta-da! I don't know. What else? How about self-help books? What do you have for self-help?
I'm not really a fan of self-help books.
Okay. Inner transformation. Transformational.
I mean, I do I guess sometimes look into them if I'm having an issue with my teenager or whatever. But my kids are pretty good. I'm lucky in that.
Oh, nice. What about do-it-yourself books? How to build a cabinet? How to build a bookshelf? Do you have such books?
No, I'm not big in that. What I do is sew by hand because I don't like to use a sewing machine.
Okay. All right.
And so I've made some pants recently and shirts, and I've used the generic of a pattern, but then I try to figure it out myself and just do the touch-ups.
Did they turn out well?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Are you wearing them right now?
Hearts.
No.
Okay, book with tips on how to get off the island, says Elizabeth. Correct. How to get off the
Yes.
island
Just like you.
using a survival. One of the things that really fascinate me about the survival, you know these movies where people get stranded or they are, bad guys are running after them, and how do they get out using just their wits,
Yes.
their
Tom
smarts.
Hanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like those, like the MacGyver people.
Oh, I love
Yes.
MacGyver, yeah. I
Okay.
used to watch it.
Yep.
Every
We used to
week.
watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Mr. MacGyver.
The first MacGyver.
Yes.
Yeah.
The original.
The original,
yes.
yeah.
Before you were born, viewers. Okay. Now, how about Amanda? A lot of movies nowadays are based on books.
Yes.
Do you watch to compare or simply to analyze how close the movies are to the books or not?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Like My Sister's Keeper. The movie was different than the book. That was, that's a sad book.
Oh, okay.
Sad movie.
Sad movie.
But yes, I definitely watch movies after I've read the book, though.
After, yes.
Yes, and then sometimes if you watch the movies over and over again, it completely changes your view of how you see people in the book.
Oh.
So then sometimes you have to go back and read the book and try to either see your other perspective or your perspective has completely changed.
Yes,
because
that's
of
so
the
true.
actual view
Right.
of seeing them instead of what was in your imagination.
That's so true, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you get disappointed because of how you imagine it to be in
Yes.
the book, and then when you watch it.
Yes.
Yes.
Like these, I haven't read, who's the author of The Notebook? Nicholas Sparks?
Nicholas Sparks.
So I haven't read the original, the books,
I read
but
it.
I've seen maybe one or two Nicholas Sparks movies. But see, the books, our choices of books also reflect our growth in life, right? Our evolution in life, our transition from when we were young to like you said, you used to like horror books, but not anymore, right?
No.
Something changed in you. What
Right.
changed in you? Why didn't you like that? Why don't you like them anymore?
I guess because it keeps you awake more and you worry about if it became a reality. Maybe,
Yes.
and now you
Yeah.
have a family and you don't want that reality to happen.
Yes, I do feel that. I do feel the same way. Like when you watch too many of these forensic files,
Yes.
Criminal Minds.
It
What's
affects
this?
you.
The SUV special units, victim, something like that. SVU. I forgot. SVU, Special Victims Unit.
Yeah.
So in the law of attraction, you say, oh my God, I'm giving too much attention on these things. What if they become real? Then there's also the part of your imagination, right? That when you say, if I were in that situation,
Yes.
I would do this. So it's already like projecting yourself in that situation, like the horror movies.
Right.
Right. So, but Mia's case, since she loves travel books, so if
Yeah.
I were in that place, this beautiful sunset,
It's
That's a-
envisioning.
yes, that is
Yes.
a more positive
Positive.
kind of experiencing of the book.
Yes.
Yeah, the use of imagination. Okay, so we have you're not so big on self-help or transformation. How about let's say art books? I don't know, like
I like going to art, but I like going to see art, but I don't necessarily look and go to art books.
okay,
I don't really look at art books.
like the
that
history
much.
of art or photography, the step-by-step to photography or how to make films.
Oh, it's
You do
hard.
have a lot of that, Mia, because your children are in the art school, right?
They do performing arts, so they
the
do the
performing
actual,
arts.
yeah.
Yes.
They do the actual performing, yeah.
Like theater and dance, perhaps. I don't know. More on the dance would be more like videos, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
and they're into YouTube now, so it's more, yeah.
everything. It's the University of the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I call it
Seriously.
University of YouTube or University of Google. Okay, what else? So when your children were growing up, of course, it would be like coloring books, puzzles. What else?
Did they ever go into scrapbooking too, or?
Bonwin did a little scrapbooking, but not too much. But it definitely helped with their art projects
Oh yes.
for school, having all the supplies. So we didn't have to get all the supplies. We already had them to make their projects nice.
It's available, yeah.
Yes.
So being a bookworm, have you ever thought of writing a book as well?
In the past, when I was younger, I thought about writing a book, but now I don't think I really would.
What kind of a book would that be? Like in the past, what would it have been?
I guess an adventure.
Ooh, adventure books.
Yes.
I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. Who said that? I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. If you know who said that, you will get a ticket from Mia. And do we have a winner for the first one? What was your question, Mia?
Who
What
was the author of The Twilight?
Who's the author of The Twilight? That's the first question. That's the second question. The third one is...
There you go. From
Stephanie
Rex
May.
Ricarte.
Oh, si Kuya Rex, he gets the
I
fully-
think I know who that is.
Okay, he gets the ticket.
The answer is Stephanie Meyer. Meyer.
Meyer.
There you go.
Okay.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Kuya Rex.
I
Come
leave
and-
it here at
Yeah.
the
At the
studio.
studio.
Okay, just
So,
let me know how
yeah.
many, Kuya Rex. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you for that. So my question is, who said, I think I'm quite ready for another adventure?
Yes,
if you
that's
know
the
the
third
answer,
question.
if you know, it's very famous, according to me. According to me. Okay.
Was it Mia Casino?
Was it me, a casino?
I think
Did
I'm
Mia-
ready for next adventure.
You are ready for another adventure, and look where what kind of an adventure we have right now. The pandemic.
No, that's not an adventure. Misadventure.
Yes, misadventure.
All right. What else? So, what's the happiest book you have read so far? I wanna move us towards the happiest books or the inspiring. Tick tock, tick tock.
Well,
Inspiring book.
Yeah. You can also type in your answers, dear friends who are listening.
my most
Happy.
inspiring book.
Yeah. Right now I have, while you're thinking, don't listen to me. While you're thinking, right now I have Byron Katie, 1,000 Words for Joy. 1,000 Words for Joy. Byron Katie.
Wow.
Okay. What about you, Mia?
I like reading Juan Tamad books to my kids.
That is so
Yeah.
fun! They're
To my
like our
kids.
Jack Tales.
Yeah.
The Juan Tamad.
We would read that to our kids at night.
Lazy Jack. These are Lazy
Yeah.
Jack stories.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Tagalog. We would read that to Asia
Nice.
and Alonso when they were kids.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in
that's
Tagalog.
sweet.
Can I borrow?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. What about you? Just so far.
Well, I read a lot of Maya Angelou's books about her
Oh,
life, and I
yes.
felt like she went through a lot of difficult times, but she did it. It was inspiring, all what she went through and how she succeeded in life.
Yes, Maya Angelou. Yes, she is an awesome author. Right. Yay! There you go, Maya Angelou. We have also Wayne Dyer. He's also good. There's one that kept coming up for me this past week, and I read this, but I gave the book away. Dying to Be Me, Anita Moorjani. Dying to Be Me. She actually died. It's a death experience, and she came back to life, and all her cancer were gone when she came back.
Oh.
Yes. When she went to the other side, she experienced such profound light and healing, and she died of her cancer. She actually died for a few minutes, like 7 or don't quote me on the numbers because I could be wrong. But when she came back, her body fixed itself.
Wow.
Ta-da! And so she said,
good.
dying to be me. And to be herself is to be love. Who you really are is love. That's her message to the whole world. So who you really are, you are love. And she had to die in order to recognize that.
Wow.
And she goes around telling people about her experience. So that's one. That's very, very inspiring. Yeah. What else?
Actually, one of my inspiring book is a children's book, which is, I forgot who the author is, but it's okay not to be okay.
That sounds like a song
It's
by
actually-
Night Birdie.
Yeah, it's a children's book, and it's also a Korean. But
okay.
it's a new Korean. Well, it's last year Korean. to me.
It's still
But-
new, Mia.
Yeah, but it's one of those story time books. It's okay
Yeah.
not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay. Yeah.
Children's
yeah.
book.
Yes. Well, that's very interesting. So one of the benefits. Let's talk
There's
about.
there's
someone. Go ahead.
Bilbo Baggins
Very good, Patricia.
Patricia.
You.
from the
But
UK.
you're in the UK. Are you coming
Yes.
over here to get to the food truck? The foodie? Bilbo from
the UK?
Yes.
Are you donating your ticket to?
Are you claiming your ticket or
You coming
are you
over?
coming over? Bilbo Baggins is from The Hobbit.
The Hobbit,
The
yeah.
Hobbit.
Yes.
Yay.
That's
what
also
have I got
a
in my pocket?
yeah. That's also a book
Yes.
that became a movie.
Yes, very good. And Narnia, right? Did your
Narnia,
children grow up
yes.
on Narnia?
Yes, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes.
Yes.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah. How about teenager juvenile books, books for middle school teenagers? Do your children collect books as well?
Let's see. We have. I'm trying to. Think
Chronicles
of
of
the-
Narnia.
Yeah, Chronicles of Narnia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This-
Oh, how about Marvel books, comics? The comic genre is
yes.
yeah,
Those are expensive now.
they are.
Yeah.
And
The
the anime
collectibles.
books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Neil Gaiman. Do you read Neil Gaiman?
No.
Oh my God, you should.
I'm gonna have to.
You should. Yes, the Neil Gaiman. What do they call this? The illustrated. I'm sorry, my daughter should be here. The comic book genre is also very
Yes.
good for young people.
Definitely.
Yes.
Some people feel like it isn't because it's not full sentences, long paragraphs, but it's the same. Reading is reading.
Yes.
Yeah. In a way, that's right. In a way, that's right because the imagination has already been illustrated for them. The images in
Right.
Yes.
the conversation, the description, they have already been rendered by the artists, right? The illustrators. So in a way, that's right. But still, better have that than
Yes.
nothing at all,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Comic books, Marvel, DC Comics. What else? What else? What have we got? What every trick in the book do we have?
What influenced you to read? What started you into reading?
Wow. I guess because my mom
Oh.
used to take me to the library,
Oh.
and we used to do story times, and we always had the reading programs and everything, and that once I got into those and was able to get into a story and realize how wonderful it was, I feel like that's what got me into it.
Yes. Surely. Yeah. Parents have a lot to do with
With the
Yes.
reading
the
of
children's
child,
literacy.
Yes.
Do you think literacy in the U.S. is good? Is it high?
I would think so. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, but with the introduction of, the texting,
The texting,
Yes, that has
it's
hindered things
yeah,
a little, I guess.
the
like the
spelling,
autocorrect
yeah,
spelling.
autocorrect.
Yes,
the
I
texting.
noticed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I noticed that although we have an increase in vocabulary, for example, but we are not we, me, myself, no, but generally people who are not so much into reading the written,
Correct.
the full correct linguistic,
sentences,
yes,
yeah.
linguistic application. They don't know, like for example, the word your, Y-O-U-R and Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. They all sound the same,
Right.
but written down, they're completely different, correct?
Yes.
So that's also grammar, syntax, what else? Paragraphing, organizing our
Sentence.
thoughts. These are the skills we get from reading,
Correct.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
Punctuation.
Punctuation, very good. Yes, punctuation, spacing, and all that.
Spelling.
Very, very good. Especially we have autocorrect in our phones.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Yes.
So once it's been corrected, people don't even go back to read the correct spelling. So
We encourage our children to text the whole sentence instead
Yes.
of, acronyms.
like you, we're na you.
Yeah.
You.
We're a you.
You like it's you.
Okay.
K.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
LOL.
Yeah.
LOL.
LOL.
So you just have to say laugh out loud. Well, there's an old lady who said, "Oh, darling, your grandpa or your uncle died, and I texted your aunt, and I said LOL. Grandma, why did you do that? That's so wrong. Why? What is wrong with LOL?" He said, That's laugh out loud. And Grandma says, "Oh, I thought it's lots of love."
Yes.
Lots of love.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, all right. I don't know about you, Amanda, but I'm enjoying this one. What's that? Hello, ladies from Kuya Gilbert. Yes. Hello, Kuya Gilbert.
We answered Stephanie Meyer
you.
too for Gilbert Gloriosa. We'll leave tickets for Gilbert Gloriosa too.
Yay, Adele. Hello,
So
Adele.
we want tickets also for the Foodie Fest this weekend.
Yes. How many tickets do you want?
Yeah, just send me a private message.
Send us a private message.
We
You
leave
have
some
Mia's
tickets
number.
too with Kuya Yo.
Right. And so we have come to 101
Oh,
Dalmatians. Dalmatians. Oh, Disney books. Disney books. Do you read Disney
Yes.
books?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Children's
and watch
books,
Disney
yes.
books and watch Disney
movies,
Disney
yes.
movies.
Yeah, right. So here we are at 1 o'clock.
That was
And
quick.
That was a quick conversation. Is there anything else that you've been dying to tell us, Amanda? But I've been gabbing a lot. Yakety yak. Go.
Well, I'll just say that I feel like everyone should read, and you'll just go far in your imagination.
Ah, beautiful. Go far in your imagination. And I look forward to a book you will write, Amanda.
Yay.
Like every trick in the book. Thank you, Miss Certified Bookworm. And I was going to ask if you brought your certificate with you and would flash it on the screen, but well, thank you, Amanda, for being here. It's been we should share.
And
books.
Woods and Books is accepting donations
Yes.
for preschool books if you have any.
Yes, children's
Yes.
books.
They go to the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, children's bookstores. Oh, we have another one. From, what is it, Kuya Yo? Now you see it, now you don't. So, thank you, sir. Uh-huh. What is that?
Can I have
Can
a
I
ticket
have a
too?
ticket
Of
to
course.
Adele?
We'll leave some tickets.
Adele. Question
with-
for you, Adele, before we go. So you can have your, you can say you earned your ticket.
Are you here, Adele, in Vegas for the weekend?
She lives here, I think.
No,
Oh, she doesn't? I don't know. Adele.
Adele, can you sing for us, Adele?
Name one Stephen King book that we have not mentioned. We mentioned The Stand and It and The Shining. So if you can name one Stephen King book, then you get yourself another ticket. But of course, if you don't know the answer, it's okay. You'll still have your ticket. But just for fun.
Who wrote, ito na ang madali.
Oh,
Who
ito
wrote
madali.
El Filibusterismo?
Ayan. Who wrote the El
Ito, si Kuya
Filibusterismo?
talaga.
That's for
Pwede
you,
ko ano
Adele.
yan eh.
Okay, that's a good question, Mia.
Yan.
All
Adele,
right. Okay, take it away, Mia.
Okay, for my quote, you know you're a bookworm when your ultimate goal in life is to have your own special library in your house. Adele, type in who wrote El Filibusterismo.
Who wrote El Filibusterismo? Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Amanda. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Okay.
Yes.
Jose Rizal,
Tickets
correct.
for you for the
Yeah.
foodie fest.
Jose Rizal, our national hero, the
Yes.
Philippine national hero. Thank you, everyone. Peace.
See you next week.
See you next week
On the
here.
dot.
One more. Bye, everyone.
Read to your kids.
Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From city view lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.